From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Jones. That's swung out wide to Harris. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. This defense for the Steelers, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Throwing Jones. Sliding out of the pocket. Looking for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They'll look to throw again. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they...
And now off to the races, down the right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded right around the 8. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this goal?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Again, it's Harris on second down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Looking to throw. Jones. Airing one out for Crowder. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Johnson on poke free. Football's out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw here. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Completion here to Claypool. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Check. Hey, go Fury. Ready.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And now he picks up the spare. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a first and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
Set, go.
They'll try to run with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Off play action. Jones. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think he might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Jones. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Here's 2nd and 10.
22 needle. Two times. Alert.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Black shot. Ready, go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go now. 60 red. 60 red. Double tight. Ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's brought in by Harris. 3 yards the game there, 2nd down.
38. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
Here we go. Yellow, 43. Hey. Got 3. Watch out now. 50 series.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. has Toby Harris. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 30.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
We got three, fellas.
They go play action here on first down. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And down inside the 15 he goes. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll toss to Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the round is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, your experience led you to say that, because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points packed on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off at the 36. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. And pick 6 extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out and start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe that returning that for a touchdown, this offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that, because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Back to throw. Jones. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
They'll run on first down. Harris. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 5. It's a big play there on 4th and 10. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to 4th down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that.
Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Patriots get a score closer. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive, as they'll take over with just under a minute left to play until the break. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining.
56 to Mike, boys. 60. Check pass. Good pass. Mike 56. Mike 56. Coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Jones on 1st down. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Jones. A diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field diving to grab it? No, he didn't. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Back to throw. Jones. He sets to fire deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Let's go. 70 Lions. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. All right. 3 down. 3 down.
Jones now throwing on first down. Caught out right by Renfro. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first down, Harris. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Jones. Then he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Damian Harris, his second touchdown of the night. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've got to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Harris. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. Steps away. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
Go! 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Come on now. Check. Presto. Go check. Go.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Harris. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. For the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Off play action. Jones escaping the pressure right. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
With the score where it is, this was probably going to be 4-down territory if they didn't convert there. But what a nice job of working his way open, making sure he secured the catch, and setting up 1st and goal.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Jones eluding the pressure, and that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Jamison Crowder, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. No problem there on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? Go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
He's airing it out for Williams, and that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Finding some room at midfield. And he's got room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 86 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down, right around the 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Boswell's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 45. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. It's probably been there for a while.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chase Claypool with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Steelers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 41. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, It's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever is trusting
Johnson, touchdown Steelers. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw pulled in by Renfro. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Throw left side, gets taken in by Harris. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard.
Cowboy 80. 79 Broncos.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Harris.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up the first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Here we go again. Lead the right. Check back 21. Back 60.
Back to throw again. This is Smith with a grab. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Second down and goal. Jones throwing the out route incomplete. It's Smith. Touchdown. Jonnu Smith. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots get a score closer. So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2. They'll look to throw. That's caught at the 1.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it would seem as if their three-game winning streak is about to go to 4. It's still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On 1st down, Harris. That's a strong run. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. He'll look to throw. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Steelers are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind him. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 66 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He finds his man complete. It's Harris. Not much there, only a yard. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat!
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Throwing Jones. Man open, here is Crowder. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Pittsburgh.